it's a tango over here now.
Sure.
So my first question, what I want to know is just kind of your relationship with the horror genre. Like, for example, what's one of the first horror movies you've seen, and how did it affect you, and maybe why you think the genre has like a lasting quality?
I think the first horror movie I saw was I was a kid. It was The Wizard of Oz. How has it affected me? Hasn't really. I just love playing with genres, and I had an opportunity to make Bloody Valentine, and with the help of Bob and John Dunning and Andre Link, I had an opportunity to make something that kind of felt real at the time, and something that we thought would amuse an audience and also keep them engaged, because it wasn't just about the kills, even though we went way out of our way to make the kills as interesting and different as possible. But we also wanted to give it some soul and some heart, and base it in that kind of reality. And I think Bob's favorite film at the time, so was mine, was Deer Hunter. So we kind of liked that feel, and we said, well, you let me do it. So there we are.
I had no choice in letting him do it. He wrote it cheap. It made it possible to get anything he wanted for the right time. My first horror, strange movie was Cat Women of the Moon.
Whoa, that was one of my favorites.
It was hot. And how did it affect
Thanks for
me?
calling me Nolan.
It didn't affect me at all. George and I had just finished a movie called Pinball Summer, and he had a chance to work on another picture that he worked on for 5 months. It was called The Hospital Movie.
Stitches.
And then it came in a few years later without us doing it. It was called Stitches. But after 5 months of not getting a script that the producer, the executive producer, John Dunning, liked, some guy walked in, a guy who owned a repertory cinema.
Like the Royal in Montreal, called the Seville.
The
Seville.
And his name was Steve Miller, and he came and he says, I got this idea, it's like next year is going to be Friday the 13th of February. Friday the 13th, and here it was June. He said, and I got these 5 pages, it's basically a town and a party and some people get killed, and it's going to open on Friday the 13th of February. It's called My Bloody Valentine. And the executive producer called up Paramount, spoke to Frank Cruz Jr., got a green light to produce a script in 4
Weeks.
4 weeks. And how we did the script was really quite interesting. We'd sit around the table, big table, there were about 7 of us, and John Beard, the writer, was there, George and Bobby, his partner, myself, and we'd say, well, how are we going to, we're 7 minutes in, how are we going to kill somebody? Well, we shouldn't kill 7 minutes in, that's too long. Why don't we kill someone right off the bat? Okay, that's good. Or another time, I won't tell you how we killed Tom, because it's so gruesome.
That's the one scene that got totally cut out of the movie.
It was so good.
The whole scene got cut out. It's not even one of those where they cut out the gory bits. The whole damn thing got.
And he's brilliant in it. In fact, I think he went out with the woman for...
He finally got laid in that scene, unfortunately.
Hey, it's Tom. You're good.
Oh, the very first horror movie I ever saw, I was 10 years old, and Alfred Hitchcock's Birds was showing on TV. And against my mother's better judgment, my dad let me watch the movie. And after it was over, I went to bed that night and woke up in the middle of the night screaming because I swore a bird flew through my window. And in the middle of my screams, both my parents were at my door. And my mother turned to my dad and said, I told you you shouldn't watch the movie. So that's how it affected me.
So I was wondering, what are some of your favorite memories from your film?
Being together after.
It was
We were really tight. I mean, we had everything against us, especially time. By the time we got the script ready, was probably the end of July, early August. And then they put Bob and I on a plane, and we flew out to Nova Scotia and said, okay, find the mine, find everything you need to do, come back, let us know, then put together the crew, then go out and shoot. And you have to remember that if you can't deliver this film by the end of January, totally finished, then you're all fired, you're not going to get paid, we're not going to get paid. And
it's not open Friday the 13th.
And, you know, because in those days, obviously, if it meant Friday the 13th of February, it meant we had to deliver and finish the film by the end of January, because in those days it was all 35mm prints, and it was opening in 1,200 theaters across North America, which was, at the time, a record for any Canadian movie.
We came second to Jaws, which had opened in 1,407 cinemas, and we opened in 1,200 cinemas.
So, but that pressure was on us, so basically Bob and I were joined at the hips from the time we got there. And, you know, we ended up finding the mine finally, finding everything.
We thought this is great. We find this mine, it's called City Mines.
Princess Mines,
City Mines, little town. We take over the town, we turn the town into Valentine Bluffs, like you see in the film. And we come back and we say, this place is brilliant. We come back to Montreal. This is the most extraordinary mine. We don't have to do a thing. It is bringy, it is grimy, it looks like shite.
It looks like people just walked out of there, it just shut down. So it looks like, you know, the miners just walked out. You can still smell their sweat.
And so, I make a deal with the vice premier of the province to allow us to shoot at the mine. And the town finds out, yeah, there's going to be a film made at their mine.
And they're so proud.
And we get there with our art department crew and some of our pre-production crew, and they painted the mine. They painted it light gray. They painted it, it's so bright, it looks like a star.
It looked like something out of Disney World.
They spent like a fair amount of money on that as well, right?
They spent a lot of money, and then we ended up spending a lot of money bringing in every scenic artist available in Eastern Canada, fly them in, and have them repaint the mine with scenic paint to make it look like it's a real mine again. So we started off with $50,000 over budget before we ever...
Tom, your favorite moment?
My favorite moment was going down into the mine, the actual working mine. I was a secondary character in the movie, so for the primary characters, Paul Pellman, Rory Callier, I believe, Keith Knight, they were going to go down to the working face of the mine, and the secondary characters, me and Alf and some other people, we were going to go down to just a much higher level. We weren't going to go down to the face. Well, then, anyway, so we were given the briefing about going down to the mine, and then one of the miners turns to me and says, okay, come on. So I turn and I follow him. And then we start going down, and down, and down, and down. And I realized we were going to the face, and we got our messages crossed. So I got to go to the face of the coal mine, which was the freakiest experience I'd ever seen. And I was watching these miners actually banging at the wall, and all the coal dust in the air. It was such a memorable experience to me. That was my favorite point.
It's 900 feet below the sea.
Below, and it went out about a kilometer underneath the sea. It was little, you know, you'll see, you know, that elevator that you see there is the same elevator we went down on every day. You know, and it only would hold, I think, 15 people, and it would take like 20 minutes to get down.
The whole crew and all the cast down to
And the lights, I had to find a lab in New York called Photochem that could process film. I don't know if anybody else is thinking about film photography, but the silver on film only reacts to a certain level. So if you push the film, which means that if you have
you're underexposing
it.